Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you out there. How are you today? Welcome to Wake and Stretch. Today is Monday, and Miss Socks is coming to say hi too. Hi. And now she's going away. Bless you. So I think you can see Zeus's tail over there. Lokey is nearby as well. So all three dogs will, of course, make this practice super interesting, I'm sure. So how you all doing? How you feeling? I am going to admit that I am a little bit fatigued. I did wake and stretch, of course, in the morning. Then in the afternoon, I filmed, or I attempted to film, a pre-recorded video for my YouTube channel. But it was a tough one, I'll tell you that. Tough on me physically, anyway. Not that the class itself will be tough, but whatever. Anyway, that's kind of how I'm feeling this morning. I'm going to go with nature sounds today. No music. Sorry for those of you who like music, but today you're going to have to go with the nature. And yeah, I'm going to get on the mat and see what happens. So if you have props, go ahead and grab them. I really don't know what's going to happen with props, but it's always a good idea to have them nearby just in case. And of course, always take care of yourself. Do what you need to for your body and your well-being. So if something is not feeling good for you, don't do it. It's as simple as that. Yep. All right, so I'm going to jump on the mat. I'll meet you there. Hi, Lokey. So finding a nice comfortable seated position, whatever that means to you. Just taking a few moments just to check in with your breath. Maybe check in with your puppers. Start to settle down a bit. Settling into your breath, settling into your body. Just allowing your breath to flow naturally. If your mind happens to wander, it's okay. That's what minds do. So if it does wander, just simply, or maybe it's not simple, maybe it is a little bit challenging to bring your focus back to your breath. One way that I tackle that challenge is to count the breath or give a sound effect to it in your mind's eye. Or maybe you say the mantra, inhale, exhale. Whatever it is that you need to help focus your mind on your breath. Staying here with the breath for a few more moments. Gently start to deepen your breath, or gradually start to deepen the breath. Let your eyes start to blink open. think from here I'm going to come onto my back. Let's move into reclined bound angle pose. Because why not, right? So laying flat, letting the knees gently open to the side. If you need support underneath your head and neck, then bring something underneath, a rolled up towel or a pillow. And let your arms either rest out to the side, you can come to cactus arms, or you can rest your hands on your body, whatever you'd like to do here. And just breathe. Staying here for a few more breaths, allowing the legs and the inner thighs to open up a bit. And then gently bring your hands down towards your legs. Use your hands and pull the legs in for a nice hug. Give a little rock from side to side. Allow those inner thighs to adjust. And from here, let's get a little bit more movement in the hip joint just to warm it up, get it ready for some more standing poses and to get the hips nice and ready for the day. So moving the thighs away from your chest and then let them open to their respective sides and then guide them back in for a nice hug. So the hands are on the knees and draw a circle with each knee. Moving away from the chest, opening up to the sides and then pulling it in towards your chest. And move at whatever speed feels good for you. Being mindful that the lower back isn't going into a deep arch. A little one is, of course, fine. It's going to move a little bit anyway. And then reversing that circle. So the legs are into the chest, open them to the side. They come together away from you and then hug them in. And reversing the direction of the circle. One more rotation of those thigh bones. Let the legs extend up in the air, give them a good shake. You can give a little rotation here too. This helps to loosen up the fascia, the connective tissue, gets the blood flowing, and helps to wake us up a little bit. Alright, so from here, coming into a reclined cow face, right leg on top, left leg underneath, holding on to the shins, the ankles, or the feet. And this doesn't have to be super deep, it can be shallow. And from here, release the hands out to the side. We're going to move into a spinal twist. Now, if you know this is going to be too intense for your legs, then you can untangle them and bring them to parallel instead. Or keep them in the twist and let the legs gently move to the left side of your body. Feel free to prop the legs here if it's too deep or too intense on the back right away. Oh, here she comes. Hi, Miss Socks. Please don't punch me in the face. Staying in that spinal twist for a few more breaths. Stop. Oh my gosh. Sucks. Ah. Can you come me back up to neutral? And then taking cow face legs on the other side. So left leg is now on top of the right. Just nothing like a nice dog play to start your day. Oh, man. Meanwhile, Lokey's nice and calm laying at the bottom of the mat. He's my boy. And from here, taking the spinal twist on the opposite side, keeping the legs connected in one way or another. Feel free to prop if it's too intense on the low back. One more breath here in the spinal twist. And gently bring it back up to center. You can untangle those legs, give them a good shake. And then, Lokey, you're going to be in the way here, buddy. I guess it means I have to move up. So hugging the knees in, we're going to roll like a ball. This will start to invigorate the core, your adrenal glands, and give a nice massage through the back. Those erector spinae muscles. I think I'm going to go 2 more times. And then, I wanted to come up to a squat, but I got a dog in the way. So I'll have to do it in more pieces. All right, so bringing the inner edges of the feet together. Sitting up nice and tall. You can balance with the hands on your thighs, at your heart, or if you'd like to move them somewhere else. And then from here, bring the fingertips down and let's take a forward fold. Let me flip myself into an Uttanasana. Knees can stay soft. If you'd like, you can even pedal through the legs a little bit here. If you want to be a little bit higher, bring a prop underneath your hands. And then inhale, lift yourself halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Taking a few breaths here. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward into Uttanasana. Inhale, lifting halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, walking the hands forward to plank. Excuse me, Lokey. Hey, buddy. Ooh, yeah. Finding your plank position. And staying in plank for a few breaths. And then from here, either pressing back to child's pose or downward facing dog. Move out of the way, bud. Good. From here, on your inhale, the right leg will float up and back. Exhale, make it a twist. 3-legged dog. And then from there, stepping it forward, finding Warrior One. Haven't really been doing Warrior One a lot lately. It's nice to get into it every once in a while. Take your time to get into it, to find it. Not the easiest pose to start off with as far as standing. From here, let's bring the arms into eagle. So the left arm will come underneath the right, flipping and wrapping and coming to a nice 90-degree angle in the arms. If this is too much, then simply hug so that the elbows are stacked. And from here, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, pull the front belly together so the abdominals start to engage and start to fold forward into humble warrior with eagle arms. On the next inhale, coming up to a nice diagonal line, so lightning pose, untangling the arms and bringing them to goddess. So you're engaging the shoulder blades, pulling them together. And then from here, coming up to vertical, turning the legs, and let's take a real goddess pose, so bending. And then straightening, let the arms extend as well. Bending the arms and legs to goddess. And then straightening them up. One more time. And find your way back into warrior one. Actually, let's go to crescent pose. Exhale the hands down to the mat, step it back to plank. Either vinyasa, down dog, or child's pose. Moving to the second side. Inhale the left leg up and back, three-legged dog, and make it a twist. Straighten the legs, square off the hips, step it through. Finding warrior one. Inhaling as you come up. Exhaling, settling into your warrior one. Finding what works on this side. And then bringing the arms into eagle, right underneath the left, or hugging. And then inhaling, lifting the ribs out of the waist, giving a little bit of an arch here, so you have more space in the front of your body. And then as you exhale, bring it forward into humble warrior. Trying to keep the torso square, keeping the eagle arms. And inhaling, bring yourself about halfway up. Exhale, untangle the arms, find goddess arms. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Bringing it all the way up, finding goddess, facing the opposite side of your mat. Bending the knees. Inhale, straightening the arms and legs. And then exhale, bend back into goddess. Be mindful that your booty doesn't stick out behind you, let it drop straight down. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend, bring it back to crescent pose to the top of the mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands down, step it back. Vinyasa, down dog, or child's pose. Finding your way back to down dog if you weren't there already. Lifting the head, stepping or hopping to the top of the mat, lifting your spine halfway. Exhaling and folding. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands come to heart. Good. I'm realizing I'm very much in back leg here. Can you guys even see me? Can you even see me? Maybe if I move over here. I'm pretty sure it's because I'm backlit, but I'll go back to my normal, my normal perspective. Hopefully you can see me a little bit better this way. I do admit it is a little dark today. So, let's see where we want to go from here. I want to go to Malasana. Since socks is already kind of in the position, feet about hip width apart. You're going to let your hips drop down between the heels. Prop if you need to. You can sit on something. You can roll up a mat or towel and put it underneath your heels. And your choice, you can stay nice and active here, pressing the palms together, making the connection between the arm and the leg, so there's resistance there, or make it more passive if that's what you're feeling and let yourself melt forward. Socks is not camera shy at all. Socks. Hey. Staying and breathing into those hips and low back. Oh dear, now it's getting a little pornographic. Hey. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm talking about you. One more breath here in Malasana. Gently bring the fingertips down to the mat, let the hips lift up. Heel toe the legs kind of underneath your hips. Give a little pedal. And inhale, lift yourself halfway up. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Oh, yeah. And then exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Now I have a dog cuddling up on my ankle. Oh, Zeus. So from here, I think I'm going to come into tree pose. Since we just worked on the outer rotation of the hips, might as well stay with that flow. So balancing on the left leg, taking the right leg up, and finding your placement. Make sure it's above or below the knee. And bring your arms wherever you'd like. If you were really feeling the eagle and you want to go into eagle arms, you can take goddess arms. You can keep your hands pressed to the heart. You can extend them up overhead. You can dance with them. You can bring your hands into reverse prayer if you want some more opening through the forearms, wrists, and shoulders. Some people like to do the opposite arms. Whatever you want to do this morning. Good. So from here, let's take this top ankle, flex it, release the foot off your inner thigh, cross it over the opposite leg right above the knee, and come into a cross-legged chair. Arms do extend up for a counterbalance. Tailbone sticks out behind you. Belly scoops up and in. And breathe. And from here, you can slide right into eagle pose. Right arm would go underneath. Really cross those inner thighs. If you can wrap the toe, wrap the toe. If not, you can always touch it down to the mat. And gently untangle it. Come back to where we came from, so the cross ankle chair. And you can take a forward fold from here. Fingertips can come down to the mat. Now, if you're good with this, then you can stay here. There's also an arm balance here. You can hook the left, oh no, that's the right foot. Right foot hooks around the left arm, palms come flat. The knee, the right knee, sinks into your armpit. And you can take a balance from there if you want. If you don't want, that's fine too. And then the real challenge is coming back up. Yeah. Ta-da! And bringing both feet together, giving it a good shake. Ooh, that was nice and intense on that standing leg. And then moving to the next side. Was on my left leg before, now on the right leg. Finding tree. Find the balance first. Then from here, take your arms where you like them. If you want to dance with them, dance with them. If you want to be still with them, be still with them. Apparently my arms are in a dancing mood today. you want your arms to go. And when they move around, it definitely is a challenge for the core and the balance. So it is a good way to step up your game in a way. All right, so from here, let's take that ankle across, finding the seated chair. No, the seated chair? Cross-legged chair. Anybody else have bad allergies right now? Because I know I do. From here, sliding into eagle, left arm underneath the right. Hey, Zeus is a good connector for my foot here. Feel free to stay in the eagle a little longer if you'd like, or come back to that cross-legged chair and either fold forward or arm balance it, or both. If you try the arm balance on the first side, I encourage you to try it on the second side, as long as all your parts are healthy to do so. It's rather intense on the hips if the hips are tight. Even if you attempt it, you're there for half of a breath and you come back, it's all good. As long as you gave it a go. And gently bring it back up. Release it. Whoa, give it a good shake. Yeehaw. All right. I'm just looking at my options here because I have a big dog in the middle of my mat. Hey, buddy, can you move over for me? Wait. Oh, yeah. Move over. Yeah, thank you. Oh, I love that I nudge you over and you give me kisses on the toes. All right, so let's come down onto the mat. Let's come to a seated position. Legs out in front. Taking Dandasana, so this works on posture. Hands can come down by your sides, right in line with where the middle of the hip is. So you don't want it behind, because this tends to pop the chest forward. You don't want it in front, because then you go the opposite direction. So somewhere right in the middle. It's a little like Goldilocks. Pressing the palms down without popping into the elbows. Inhale, lift the lower belly. Close the front ribs. And as you exhale, gently lower the chin for that lovely chin block. So don't talk about bandhas really ever. The bandhas are energy locks. And there's the mula. Let's see if I can get the Sanskrit right. There's the bottom one, the middle one, and then you lock it at the top, basically. Oh, Zeus. And they say when you inhale and then exhale and lock it, no. You inhale and you lock it in so that you're keeping the prana, the life energy in you. Please stop it, dude. All right, so let's release that out. Coming back up to neutral, and then exhale, fold it forward for Paschimottanasana. Okay. Oh, Zeus tired. Zeus is tired. I think he was out partying late last night. Thank you. Yeah. And on your inhale, coming all the way up to vertical. Excuse me. Let's come into reverse tabletop. So the hands come behind. You can step the feet up and lift up, or you can do it with straight legs if you know that variation. This is a nice stretch for the biceps, actually. It's very hard to stretch them, and this is one way that will open up that space. And gently releasing down. And I think today, I might do just a little extra pranayama. I'm going to let the dog have the mat and come a little bit closer. Hi there. All right. So finding a comfortable seated position. I think I'm going to work into some Ujjayi breath. So the Ujjayi breath is the ocean breath. and it invigorates the back of the throat so that there's sound, which is why I came a little bit closer, because from back there, I don't know that the microphone will pick it up. And now my dogs are super curious as to what I'm doing. All right, so the Ujjayi breath, I'm gonna talk through how to ease into it if you've never done it before. If you are somebody who practices this and you know how to do it, just go right into your Ujjayi breath. Yeah. So it starts with a nice, grab some tissues. Whenever you do pranayama, this is a harsh truth, you will need tissues. All that breathing through the nose brings stuff up. It's gross, but it's true. It's just a part of human nature, right? And look at that sneaky snake behind me. I'm waiting for you guys to get some tissues, and then we'll start the breathing. Okay, here we go. So to start the Ujjayi breath, you're going to breathe in through the nose, and then exhale out of the mouth with a soft ha sound, right? Repeat that a couple times. Let all the air come out. As you inhale, try to fill up the belly. The next step to get to the Ujjayi breath is on your exhale, about halfway through. Keep the ha sound in the back of the throat, but close the lips. Try that a few times. And the final step is to do it all through the nose without exhaling out of the mouth at all. One thing that helps to invigorate the sound in the back of the throat is to keep the tip of your tongue gently pressed against the roof of your mouth, right where the teeth and the gums meet. But not so much energy in the tongue. Eventually, with the Ujjayi breath, you'll get sound both on the inhale and the exhale. And try to keep the breath in the belly, and fill the belly and then fill the lungs, and see how that feels. And if you lose the ocean sound at some point or any point, go back to one of the other steps and start again. And the next step from there is to start to count the breath, count the inhale versus the exhale. So they say in yoga to try to balance out the breath, so the inhale is the same length as the exhale. And if you have one that's a little bit longer than the other, it will be challenging to work through the first couple times, but keep at it. And you may have to change the count a few times. So I'll start you off. Count of 4 is generally a good starting point. So when you're ready, take your inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll count one more time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. So continue this even breath as best you can. If you need to count longer or shorter, then do so. We'll take a few more breaths together. If this is comfortable for you, then continue with this style of the Ujjayi breath. There's another step to this in making it square. So as long as you don't have major anxiety going on or blood pressure issues, if you're pregnant, you don't want to go into any breath retention. So that means to hold the breath either on an inhale or exhale. So if you have any of these conditions, or if you have glaucoma, or if you have any condition or heart condition, you want to stay with the breath of the nice even inhale and exhale, or just breathe normally if that feels best for you. But if you don't have any of these things going on, then you can inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4. So that creates the square breath. This allows your mind to concentrate, and you may feel a little bit of anxiety on the retentions. See if it can melt away when you take your next inhale or exhale. If it feels absolutely terrible, just let it go. It's okay. All right. So I'll count you through some of the squares. If you're not doing the square and you're just doing the inhale and the exhale, you can stay with the count. All right, so take a preparatory breath. Here we go. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can continue with this if you need to take a breath in between. It's okay to do so. If you need to change the count for your square, then do that. Let's take a few squares together. So I'm not going to talk so that I can actually do my breath as well. Take a nice preparatory breath. And we go, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And finally, take a nice full breath. All right, and after any pranayama, feel free to sit for a little while. But always take a shavasana after you do your breath, your intentional breath. So I'm going to head over to the mats. Hopefully the dogs won't come and tumble and play with me. They seem pretty chill. Lokey stole my mat. So I'm going to see if he's willing to share with me, and we'll take a shavasana for a few breaths. So enjoy the nature sounds as we rest. If you're feeling like you want to stay in your shavasana a little bit longer, then feel free to stay in your shavasana longer. I'm going to start to ease my way out. Deepening the breath. Finding energy in the fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. Giving a nice long stretch through the body. And hugging the knees in towards your chest. Ow! Ow! Giving a little rock from side to side. Then rolling onto your right side into fetal position. Gently bringing yourself up to a seated position. Hands either pressed together at your heart, or one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Take a few moments for yourself. Take a few moments for some gratitude, something you're thankful for today. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. All right, so in reflection on what this practice turned out to be, turns out I wasn't really focused to start with, and the dogs are always a distraction. But doing that Ujjayi breath there at the end actually helped me to refocus and calm the brain down a little bit. So I hope at least it was similar for you if you've done this practice with me. I mean, this is real. I'm really keeping it real with you guys. I'm not planning anything. I'm just showing up and doing what we do. This is reality with the dogs. And I know you can relate. I know you've seen the yoga with animals before, and animals sometimes think that is playtime. Other times they're just checking to make sure we're okay, because we're not usually down on the floor. Anyhow, thanks so much for joining me on this wake and stretch this morning. The peacocks say thank you as well. And have a beautiful day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.